And just come into our breathing here. So as you rest in this position, just allow your heels to gently drop out to the side. Allow your lower back to completely relax. If this is incredibly uncomfortable for you to have your head here, then maybe place your head on a cushion. And just allow yourself to come into your breathing. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes, relax your shoulders and across your shoulder blades. And you can become very aware of your breathing here. And as you inhale, you can press your belly into the floor. And as you exhale, draw your belly button back towards your spine. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you know how to create the Ujjayi sound at the back of your throat, then focus on this sound as well, as you feel your body becoming a little bit more relaxed and more into the moment of this yoga class. And then whilst you're still breathing, I want you to think about the area underneath your hands, the back of your hands, just around your forehead. Just observe the sensations in that area. Maybe see if you can see colours with your eyes closed. Just resting here for another couple of breaths. And then very gently, as you inhale, release, opening your eyes. Today's practice is a lot with our eyes open. So bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. And as you inhale, press up through. Keeping your hands in a stable position, exhale back into an extended child's pose. And if you can, placing your forehead down onto your mat here. Just stretching here, feeling the stretch coming into your shoulders and your shoulder blades. And as you inhale, come back up, keeping your eyes open. And as you exhale, lower yourself down to the mat, forehead onto the mat. Keeping your hands in a still position. Inhale, press up. Exhale, come back into your extended child's pose, forehead to the floor. Inhale to come up. Exhale, slowly lower yourself, forehead down. Inhale to press up. And exhale to lower, forehead down. And just holding here again. Again, thinking about the sensations around your temple, around your forehead. Breathing and gently relaxing. And then just slide your hands a little bit further back so your hips are sitting back down onto your heels. And take your right hand over your left hand and then sit back down on your heels so that you can really feel a stretch coming in to the right side of the body. Just resting there. Inhale, coming back through center, and then bring your left hand on top of your right and drop your forehead back down, feeling a stretch into your left shoulder. As you inhale, come back into your central position. And just slide your right arm underneath your left arm so your shoulder comes towards the floor, and just turn your gaze underneath with your body in Child's Pose body, and just extending here, opening deeper into that shoulder blade. As you inhale, slowly sliding that hand back, extending your right arm back out in front of you. And as you exhale, slide your left arm, back of your palm onto the floor, left shoulder to the mat, and turn your gaze underneath your left armpit. Taking time in all the positions to observe what you can see around you. Maybe I can see the dappled light on the walls. Inhaling, coming back through to center, and then just bring your hands back down onto the floor and coming up to a kneeling position. So we're staying on our knees. I'm going to face the front, you can stay on your mat, and this is where we're going to work with our eye exercises. So the first exercise I'd like you to do, if kneeling is really uncomfortable, then sit in a different position, or you can even move to a chair if you find kneeling on the floor too much. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our eyes up towards the sky, keeping your head still, and then turn your eyes down towards the ground. And just repeating this action slowly with control. You can inhale, bring your eyes up, and exhale to take your eyes down. And then pause, looking central. And then we're going to take our eyes from side to side, just to the corners. So as you inhale, take your eyes over to the left. As you exhale, take your eyes over to the right. And inhale left. Exhale right. And keep going. 3. Keep changing sides. 4. And 5. And the next one we're going to do is going up, looking up to the left corner and down to the right. Up to the left and down to the right. Keep going, up left, down right, up left, down right. One more, up left, down right, and then changing sides. So this time your eyes are going up onto the right corner and down towards the left. Up to the right, down to the left. Keep going, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then this final one, we're going to circle our eyes. So really try carefully and slowly to take your eyes all the way around, going around in the same direction to begin with, keeping your head still. And then the next time you come center, change direction. Good. And then bring your thumbs out in front of you, so you have your fingers clutched in and your thumbs are sticking up towards the ceiling. We're going to start with our right thumb, and you're going to raise your right thumb up, take it out to the side, take it as far as you can take it where you can still see it, and then bring that hand down so you're drawing a kind of circle with that thumb, and come back through to center. Changing sides, taking your left thumb, following it with, keeping your head still but following it with your gaze up. Your head is still facing forward, and then you take your thumb out to the left, keeping Your head central but turning your gaze. And then come back to center. Good. Rub your hands together to create the heat within your hands. And then place your hands over your eyes and just feel that energy coming from your hands through into your eyes and your forehead. As you release, come into your tabletop position. Well done. So tabletop position, just let's do some hip circles here, just to warm through into that lower back. And the next time your hips are down, changing direction. Coming to neutral spine, tuck your toes under and lift yourself up into your first downward dog to begin to walk the dog. Alternate heels down towards the mat. Allowing your head to relax. But then bring your focus to a spot on your mat. And just try to keep your eyes still into that spot whilst you're still moving your legs, warming into the back of your ankles and your calves. Taking time in downward dog to be aware of the sensations that are coming into the top of the head from this minor inverted pose. And then press both heels down towards the mat. And see if you can press your head even lower towards the mat and holding that position. And this time, with your head going lower, turn your gaze towards your toes. On your next exhale, bend your knees, turn your gaze between your hands and walk your feet between your hands. For ragdoll, keeping your eyes open for this ragdoll, take hold of your elbows to begin with and just focus on the spot in between your feet, but allowing your head to hang as well, so you're really having to work your eyes in this position. If it feels good, you can straighten your legs and maybe play with the weight, taking the weight into the front of the toes as well as into the heels, grounding all four corners of your feet, checking in, and then release your hands down into your forward fold, relaxing the head, turning your gaze towards your knees. And then slowly bending your knees, roll yourself all the way up to your standing position. So bringing your hands into your temple fingers, so you've got your three fingers clenched and your first fingers are pointing up and your thumbs are pointing up. And you can keep your feet that hip distance apart and drop your hands in front of you so your main finger is pointing down towards the floor, and follow your gaze towards your hands. And as you inhale, following the gaze, raise your hands up, following those fingers as they come up, up and above you, and follow them back. And see if you can take your gaze into a back bend. Some of you have got beautiful back bends, so see how far back you can go. And then inhale, come back, keeping your eyes constantly fixed onto your fingers. Lowering your hands back down in front of you. Inhale, raising your fingertips back up. Slowly and gently arching that back here. And inhale, come back up through center. And exhale, fingers fingertips heading down towards the ground. 3 more. If you want to speed up and do more, you can. Inhale, opening up, making a big arc with the hands and the body. And as you exhale, continue to draw that arc back down towards the ground. Remember, the eyes follow. Inhale. And exhale. I think I've got 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands into prayer position in front of your heart. Step your feet together for Tadasana, big toes touching, heels slightly apart. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. Inhale, raising your arms up, look towards your thumbs. As you exhale, keeping your eyes open, swan dive forward, following your gaze going down towards your feet. Inhale, flat back, hands on your shins or hands on the floor, looking up. Exhale, forward fold, turning your gaze towards your knees. Inhale, flat back to look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. This time as you exhale, fold all the way down, hands to the mat, bending your knees, and step back to your plank. Holding your high plank, take your feet slightly further apart so that your feet are on the corners of the mat. Draw your tummy muscles in. Find your point of balance. I've just realised I need to move my feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to try and take our left hand off and hold our right shoulder, and then take that hand back down. If it's too much for you, just try and hold this plank position. Take your right hand onto your left shoulder and place your hand back down. Now your gaze is watching the hand back down. Right hand, left shoulder. Placing the hand back down. 1 more on either side. Left hand, right shoulder. Place the hand back down. Right hand, left shoulder. Place the hand back down. Bend your knees and just sit back into your child's pose. Place the forehead on the floor. Slow and steady breath. Inhale to come through tabletop, extending your hands out even further for melting heart pose. Dropping your chest, forehead again to the mat, keeping your hips up and resting here. Observing the sensations in the forehead, around the jaw, making sure that your face is still relaxed, your eyes are relaxed. Very gently pressing into your hands, come back up to your tabletop. Tuck your toes under and press back to your downward facing dog. Adjusting downward dog for 1 breath. As you inhale, raise your right leg all the way up. As you exhale, hug your knee in towards your chest and then cross that knee over to your left elbow. Inhale to extend the leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. And this time, as you exhale, step your right foot to your right hand and drop your left knee to the mat into your lunge, padding that knee if you need to. So once you've got your strong position, your front leg is bent, your back left leg is extending away, bring your hands in front of your heart, taking the what we call the steeple pose again, so pressing the palms together, elbows down by your sides, hands in front of your chest. And this time from here, I want you to take your gaze to the tops of your fingers, and as you inhale, raise your arms up and arcing back, holding that position and breathe. as you exhale, come up through to your center and bring your hands back down in front of your heart. Release the hands, place your hands on either side of your right foot. Tuck your back toes under, step back to your plank. Lower your knees in your chest or lower your body, Chaturanga. Release your toes, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale to lower, tuck your toes under and inhale, press back up into your downward facing dog. Adjusting your downward dog and breathe. Allowing yourself to relax for a couple of breaths. As you inhale, raise your left leg all the way up. As you exhale, bring your left knee across to your right elbow. Inhale to extend that leg up. Exhale, draw your knee across. Inhale to extend. And this time as you exhale, step that foot through, drop your left knee down to your lunge, padding that knee, padding that knee if you need to. Coming into your lunge position, take your time, and then bring your hands into your steeple position in front of your heart, holding there, and then following your gaze, so your gaze is turning down towards the tops of your fingers. And as you inhale, bring your fingers up past your eyes, past your face, and then taking the back arch here. Hold and breathe. As you exhale, bring your hands back to your center and draw your fingertips back down, following them with your eyes to the front of your heart. As you exhale, placing your hands on either side of your foot and step back to your plank. Lower your knees in your chest or lower your body, Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes under, inhale, press back into your downward facing dog. If you need to rest, you can come into tabletop. Adjusting your downward facing dog for one breath. On the next position, you may need a block or two. As you inhale, raise your right leg up. As you exhale, hug that knee in towards your chest and step it through into your high lunge. And you may need to adjust to step your left leg out a little bit. You may need blocks. Wherever you are, be happy. As you inhale, look up. And as you exhale, straighten that front leg and turn your gaze towards your knee. Inhale, bend your front leg and look up. Exhale, gaze towards your knee. Inhale to look up. Exhale, gaze towards your knee. Holding that position, and then step your foot slightly closer so that your left heel can be down towards the mat. And slowly come up to standing here. Bringing your hands together into your steeple pose. Your hips are squaring to the narrow end of the mat. Turning your gaze up. Now this is a balance as much as anything, so if you feel you're slightly off balance, take your time. Turning to gaze towards your tops of your fingers and slowly drawing that arc down so that your fingertips come down, pointing towards your toes, and you holding this position here. Squaring your hips to the front end of the mat, keeping your gaze focused onto your fingertips, and breathe. You may be higher, you may be here, that's absolutely fine. Wherever you are is where you are today, and that's fine. As you inhale, again, leading with those fingertips up and away, bringing them up above your head. Hands to prayer, bring your hands in front of your heart. And as you exhale, drop yourself forward, bend your right leg, step back to your plank. And lower your knees and your chest, lower your body, chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog or cobra. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes under, inhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Adjusting for one breath. On your next inhale, raise your left leg all the way up. Bend your left knee and step it through into your high lunge. Your left leg is bent to begin with. Inhale, turn your gaze up. As you exhale, straight leg forward fold. Inhale to look up. Exhale, straight leg forward fold. Inhale to look up. And this time, straight leg forward fold. Adjusting your feet so you can have your heel of your right foot down towards the mat. Turning your gaze towards the toes. Finding your stability. And then bring yourself up to standing. Checking your posture, try to square your hips. Still rooting down in the heel of your right foot. Your left toes facing right to the straight short side of the mat. Bringing your hands into your steeple hands. Raise your arms up, turn your gaze towards your fingers. Find that balance. And then slowly, as you exhale, leading with your fingers, gaze on your fingertips, down towards the ground, and pause and breathe. So you can still drop your head, but your gaze can still be going towards your fingertips. Slowly inhaling, coming all the way up, gazing towards the tops of your fingers. As you exhale, bring your hands into your prayer position. Release your hands on either side of your left foot, bend that knee, step back to your plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest. Inhaling, upward dog cobra. Exhale. Tuck your toes under and inhale. Press back to your downward facing dog. Again, think about your gaze, checking in with the eyes, no tension in the eyes, no tension in the jaw. Slow and steady breath. And then on your next exhale, bend your knees and step or jump to the front of the mat. Looking up with straight legs. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raising your arms all the way up. And exhaling, hands in front of your heart. Okay, so you can stay facing this. I'm just going to face you so you can see. We're going to do eagle pose. And there's a slight variation with the arm position, and it's only if you can do it. So as you inhale, raise your arms up. And as you exhale, as you sweep your arms down, right arm under left, bringing your hands into your eagle hands. If this is too much, just come to whatever works for you. You keep your eyes open. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see. You want to see if you can get the thumb of your right hand into your temple. Here. If you've got long fingernails, it might be uncomfortable. But maybe none of us have at the moment. So holding your eagle arms. And then focus on a point of balance. Eagle comes into a lot of yoga practice where you're thinking about your drishti and your focus, because to find that balance, you have to have good focus. I'm going to step off my mat. You all know how good I am at balancing. You're going to come and take your right leg over your left. Focus and hold and breathe. If you can hook that leg all the way around the back, then have a go. And then as you inhale, straighten your legs. As you exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, raise your arms up. Take a breath. As you exhale, left arm under your right, coming into eagle arms, and we all know one side will feel better than the other. And again, bring that thumb placed onto your forehead. If that's too much, just holding the arms. Finding a place to focus. And then bending your knees. Wrap your left leg over your right. And balance and breathe. And slowly inhale, unravel your legs. As you exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Lovely, well done. Come to the center front of your mat. If you've had to move at all, inhale, raise your arms up, hands together, look at your thumbs. As you exhale, swan dive forward, tucking your head in. Inhale, fingertips flat back, looking up. Bend your knees, hands flat, step back to your plank. And from plank, lower your knees and come and kneel down. If that's too much, just come and sit on your bottom. We're going to come into Dolphin Pose. So we're just going to do a little bit of an underarm stretch here before we do it. So as you inhale, raise your right arm up, bend that arm, drop it down, and take your left hand onto that elbow and just open into that shoulder. So you're really stretching under the arm, so you're in preparation for your Dolphin Pose. And then releasing that side, changing sides, raise your left arm up, taking hold of the elbow, draw the hand down the back so that you're really opening into the tricep here. And then release, bringing both hands in front of you. So those of you who know Dolphin and want to just go straight into it, please do so. We'll be coming in and out of it a couple of times. If you want to wait for me, take hold of your elbows, drop your body forward and stick your elbows to the floor. And then release your hands so that your, actually I have to bring mine back onto my mat, so that your hands are in line with your elbows and your elbows are in line with your shoulders. You might find that this is where you are for today, and that's great. If you want to do the next stage, you're going to tuck your toes under and lift your hips and then walk your feet towards your elbows, keeping your head off the floor. Your gaze, your drishti, is going just slightly out towards your forehead. Hold and breathe. Really intense. This will be the last posture we're doing before we relax. Draw your tummy muscles in. As you exhale, bend your knees, drop your forehead and just rest for a moment. We're going to go into it one more time. It's a good strengthener. And it gets the heart rate going a little bit, which is always good. So inhale to come up again, and I always find it's good to keep doing the same preparation so that your body gets used to this. You can put a strap between your elbows as well to really hold that. It makes the posture a little bit easier. Take hold of your elbows, release them towards the mat, hands straight out in front of you, ground those palms into the floor, tuck your toes and then raise your hips up and turn your gaze towards the mat, tummy muscles in, hold and breathe. If you're used to this pose and you want to, you can try to raise one leg up off the floor, maybe try the other. And then as you exhale, everybody lower, rest your head to the mat in child's pose and bring your hands down by your heels to relax. Very slowly, Using your hands to help you, coming up to sitting, drop to your bottom, just extending your legs out in front of you. Just going to do a forward fold, relaxed forward fold. We don't have to have the legs tight together, just a very relaxed counter pose. So you can inhale, raise your arms up, maybe take your gaze up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, and then as you exhale, drop yourself wherever finds good for you. If you don't get to your feet, just make sure your hands are resting somewhere, shins, blanket, wherever you are, and just close yourself down. And then this position, I'd like you to close your eyes. Just feel that area in the forehead. Feel if it feels any different from how it did at the beginning when you were lying on your tummy. And if any of you did the meditation practice earlier, see while you're in this position whether you can recapture that beautiful image that you had in your mind. Just focusing on that. Relax the jaw, relax the body. And on your next inhale, slowly coming up. You have two options for your, well, as many options as you like. You can do whichever position you like, but you can either do Shavasana on your back, or if you felt a real connection lying on your tummy, then lie on your tummy, whichever position works for you. Whichever position you're choosing, just find your space, relax yourself down, feeling your body completely relaxed. Just take a moment, whichever position you're in, to focus around the energy of the third eye, the middle of the brain. Maybe picture all the nadis, all the energy channels flowing from that point, flowing up and down through your body. As you release your physical body, just let it go. And just focusing on the light of your body. Maybe picturing many colours, the colours of the rainbow, completely filling the space above, within and around you. Just staying here for a few breaths. Just as you become more and more relaxed, just going to do the final reading before you come out of your relaxation. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams? inside awakes. And that's by Carl Jung. And then before you come out of your relaxation, I'd just like you to just raise the corners of your mouth into a gentle smile and feel how that changes the feelings in the jaw and around the eyes. And then as you inhale, stretch your arms up above your head, point through your fingers, point through your toes, stretch through your whole body. As you exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. And as always, practicing that moment of gratitude for the body, the space to practice today. And then keeping your focus and your eyes closed just for a little while longer. Bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position, either with the backs of the wrists resting on the knees, or bringing your hands in prayer position in front of your heart. Taking a deep breath here, and a very slow exhale. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you always be enough. Namaste.